Premiere Week continues, and tonight on ABC there is a new series starting up called Back in the Game, starring legendary actor James Caan. And James Caan joins us now. Good morning, Mr. James Caan. Welcome to the Big 550 KTRS here in St. Louis.
Hey, McGraw, what's up?
How are you? Tonight starts the premiere, you back on television. We'll get to your legendary movie career in a second, but with all due respect, James Caan,
let's not start there, for God's sake. All right.
I am in love. I've had a crush on your co-host for years now. Maggie Larson and you star in this TV series. Tell us about it.
About your crush? I don't know about it.
Tell me about the series.
But she's something you could have a crush on. I get that. Yeah, she's great. Great girl. And I play her dad. Unfortunately, that kills all romantic prospects. But I raised her as a boy. I was a baseball player for about 11 minutes. I was the second coming of Sandy Koufax, and it lasted 11 minutes. I drank my way out of the league, blew my arm out, and then raised her after her mother died as a boy. To the point where, I think when she got her first period, I told her to walk it off. And,
very sensitive.
So, there's a lot of that, and just kind of ran over her prom date. He's probably one of the most horrifying people you've ever met. I'm trying to make him that way. Anyway, she can't stand me, obviously, has the kid, gets divorced, and now has to move back into my house after not having seen me, and obviously is not extremely fond of me. And now she has a boy who's I'm giving these great life lessons to, If a guy bothers you, hit him with a bat, all kinds of great stuff, like he wants to know about girls. That's the first thing you got to learn is how to unhook a bra with one hand. Just
important stuff.
Things.
Yeah, certainly understandable. The series is called Back in the Game, and it airs tonight on ABC. James Caan, why do this now? Is this script something that just why do this after all these years?
Well, I realize, I really have to laugh, it's a really important ingredient, and these people are great, and they came to me and, said they had written it for me, and I had just finished some movies, and the movies I were doing, I was not proud of. The last three I called, they asked me the name of them, they were all called The Rent, so this was just a lot of fun, real well done. I stay at home, and I get to create this character that I think is just hysterical. It's like being Don Rickles every day, and just horrifying.
And you get to work with Maggie Lawson every
Maggie
week.
And the Griffin and another beautiful girl, Lenora, and Ben. It's a great, great cast, and a bunch of misfits, the likes of which you've never seen in your life.
It's called
There's not one athletic gene in any one of them, huh?
The TV series is called Back in the Game, and it airs tonight on ABC. James Caan, our guest. While getting ready for the interview yesterday, we were all talking about your career in the offices, and we all wanted to know, James Caan, when you were playing Sonny in The Godfather, and that legendary scene when you're at the toll booth, it looks like going to Jones Beach. When you're shot, you must have had all those little blood packets all over you. What was that painful? Not being shot 900 times by the bad guys, but by the special effects things going off on you.
Well, it's painful in two ways. Yeah, see, the squibs that they make today are these little sacks. They were literally these brass casings that they had to sew, and it had like a little V in it, like a coffin. And they put gunpowder in there, and then they put the blood sack over it, and they sewed it into your suit. And it had to point out because it literally would blow a hole in you. So it was a little painful. But it was about 147 on me. And the more painful thing was that I didn't know they were going to make Godfather 2. I would have never let them shoot me.
Certainly understandable.
I'm not an idiot. I would have talked to Francis, in a corner somewhere. This ain't happening. Sonny lives with 147 bullet wounds in his body. He didn't buy it. Yeah.
Is it true, James Caan, that you were originally cast as Michael Corleone?
No, not true at all. Ever. No. The cast was exactly the cast you saw but that's when the Paramount geniuses took over, and they told Francis, don't mention Brando's name again. Don't mention Al's name. Oh, I'm sorry. It's just two great actors. But and Francis wanted Michael to look real Sicilian, like, Al, very, dark. And his idea was that Sonny was the Americanized version. So no, they try to maneuver things around. They had different ideas, and they spent a lot of money and wound up with the same cast Francis had for the price of 4 corned beef sandwiches. So
James Caan, our guest for a couple more minutes. Yeah, how about this? Rumors that your portrayal of Sonny Corleone was so good and so real that people actually thought you were Italian and you were a made guy. True?
just half of it.
Just half of it.
I'm not Italian.
You're not Italian.
Yeah, I'm a man. No, I've won the Italian of the Year award twice in New York, honest to God. And I kept telling them, I can't take it, guys. You don't understand. And I explained it to them, and then 5 years later, I won it again. But it didn't matter. Italian of the Year.
Italian of the Year, even though are you Jewish? You're Jewish, aren't you?
Just my mother and father, yeah.
Okay, all right. So not necessarily you. That skips a generation,
no,
I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah,
no.
certainly understandable. All right.
Don't tell anybody.
Brian Piccolo, the one movie, Brian's song, in which men are allowed to cry in. People come up to you and tell you stories about how they cried in front of their dad for the first time in that movie?
Yeah, I hear that. Yeah, I hear that. I cried because I wasn't paying attention when I was shooting it, and then I saw it, and I said, "Oh, this is sad." So it was a true story, and obviously Brian, it was pretty amazing. Brian had passed away like 6 months before we started shooting it, 6 months earlier. So his wife was there, and all his buddies were there. It was difficult, but it was handled with a lot of humor and very well written.
I've had a chance to meet Gale Sayers on a number of occasions. Gale Sayers could be the nicest man ever to walk the face of the earth.
Yeah, Gale was around, and the truth of the matter is, I really thought I was going to get the starting position. I thought I was a better back than they had up there, and that's one of the reasons I did it. But after I got hit a few times, Butkus Bradovich hit me, and then I said, "Hey, stop! I'm an actor. Quit it. It's okay."
The TV series tonight on ABC called Back in the Game. James Caan stars tonight at ABC, 7:30 Central Time on ABC here in St. Louis. James Caan, thank you very much for your craft. Thank you very much for years of entertainment, and thank you for spending a couple minutes with us today.
My pleasure, guys. Thanks.
You got it. James Caan here on the Big 550 KTR.